Football has always been more than just goals, trophies, and stadiums filled with noise. It is about stories of struggle, sacrifice, belief, and brotherhood. Among the many partnerships that have shaped modern football, few have left a mark as deep and unforgettable as Sadio Mané and Roberto Firmino. Two players from opposite sides of the world, raised in poverty, carrying different cultures, languages, and journeys, yet united by the same dream to reach the top of the game and change their lives forever. When they arrived at Liverpool, there were no guarantees of greatness. There were doubts, questions, and critics. Mané was seen as fast but raw. Firmino was labeled inconsistent and misunderstood. But under the vision of Jurgen Klopp, these two men became more than attackers. They became the heartbeat of a football revolution. Together, they helped transform Liverpool from a sleeping giant into one of the most feared teams in world football. Their connection was not built on ego or spotlight, but on trust and sacrifice. Mané ran until his legs gave out, hunting defenders and finishing chances with ruthless precision. Firmino pressed endlessly, dropped deep, and created space so others could shine. One thrived on speed and instinct, the other on intelligence and timing. Together, they created balance, chaos, and beauty on the pitch. This is not just a story of goals and silverware. It is a story of two humble men who put the team above themselves, who turned hard work into greatness, and who proved that football's true magic lies in unity. From the dusty streets of Senegal to the beaches of Brazil, from rejection to redemption. This is the story of Sadio Mané and Roberto Firmino, a partnership that defined an era. Sadio Mané was born on April 10, 1992, in the small village of Bambali, Senegal, a rural area where life was simple and opportunities were limited. His father was an imam, and his family lived modestly, with little access to modern football facilities. As a child, Mané was already obsessed with football, often playing barefoot in the streets with makeshift balls. His passion for the game was so strong that he would sneak away to play despite his father's wish for him to focus on religious studies. When his father passed away during Mané's teenage years, it deeply affected him and strengthened his determination to succeed and support his family and village. At the age of 15, Mané made a bold decision that would change his life forever. Without money, contacts, or guarantees, he traveled to Dakar, Senegal's capital, to chase his dream of becoming a professional footballer. Wearing worn-out boots and clothes, he attended trials at the Generation Foot Academy, where his raw talent immediately stood out. Coaches were impressed by his speed, work rate, and hunger, and he was accepted into the academy. This academy had a partnership with French club FC Metz, which soon opened the door for Mané's move to Europe. In 2011, Sadio Mané joined FC Metz in France, marking his first step into European football. Although the team struggled and was relegated from League Two, Mané gained invaluable experience adapting to professional football, a new culture, and a higher level of competition. Despite the club's difficulties, scouts recognized his explosive pace, dribbling ability, and fearless attacking style. His performances earned him a transfer to Red Bull Salzburg in Austria in 2012, a move that would transform his career. At Red Bull Salzburg, Mané truly exploded onto the European stage. Under an attacking system that suited his strengths perfectly, he became one of the most exciting young players in Europe. During the 2013-14 season, he scored 23 goals in all competitions, helping Salzburg win the Austrian Bundesliga and Austrian Cup. He also made headlines in the UEFA Europa League with his fearless performances against top European teams. His ability to score, create chances, and press defenders relentlessly caught the attention of Premier League clubs. In 2014, Mané signed for Southampton in the English Premier League. He adapted quickly to the physicality and pace of English football and soon became a fan favorite. During the 2014-15 season, he set a Premier League record by scoring the fastest hat-trick in league history, netting 3 goals in just 2 minutes and 56 seconds against Aston Villa. His time at Southampton showcased his development into a complete forward, dangerous on the wing, intelligent in movement, and deadly in front of goal. Mané's breakthrough to global stardom came in 2016, when he signed for Liverpool FC under manager Jurgen Klopp. This move defined his legacy. At Liverpool, Mané became a key part of the iconic attacking trio alongside Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino. His speed, pressing, selflessness, and clutch goals made him indispensable. He played a vital role in Liverpool's resurgence as one of the world's best teams, contributing consistently in both domestic and European competitions during the 2018-19 season. Mané finished as joint top scorer in the Premier League with 22 goals, earning the Golden Boot alongside Salah and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. That same season, he helped Liverpool win the UEFA Champions League, scoring crucial goals throughout the tournament. In 2019-20, Mané was instrumental as Liverpool won their first Premier League title in 30 years, ending one of the longest title droughts in English football history. Mané's individual brilliance was recognized globally. In 2019, he finished fourth in the Ballon d'Or voting and was named African Footballer of the Year, an award he won again in 2022, making him one of Africa's most decorated players. He also helped Liverpool win the FIFA Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup, FA Cup, and EFL Cup, cementing his status as a club legend before leaving in 2022. On the international stage, Sadio Mané is a national hero in Senegal. He represented his country in multiple Africa Cup of Nations tournaments and World Cups after suffering heartbreaking losses in previous AFCON finals. Mané finally led Senegal to glory in AFCON 2021 played in 2022, scoring the winning penalty in the final against Egypt. That victory marked Senegal's first ever AFCON title, and Mané was widely praised for his leadership and resilience. He later led Senegal to the 2022 FIFA World Cup, helping them reach the knockout stage. In 2022, Mané moved to Bayern Munich, seeking a new challenge. Despite flashes of brilliance, his time in Germany was affected by injuries and adaptation challenges. However, he still contributed to Bayern's Bundesliga title during the 2020-23 season, adding another major league trophy to his career achievements. In 2023, Mané made a high-profile transfer to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia, joining stars such as Cristiano Ronaldo. While the move surprised many fans, Mané emphasized that his decision was about new challenges and opportunities, not just finances. At Al Nassr, he continues to perform at a high level, bringing experience, professionalism, and star power to the Saudi Pro League while remaining a key figure for the Senegal national team. Beyond football, Sadio Mané is widely admired for his humility and generosity. He has invested millions into building schools, hospitals, and infrastructure in Bambali, providing clean water, education, and healthcare for his community. Known for living a simple life despite his wealth, Mané often states that helping others matters more to him than luxury. His charitable work has made him a role model not only in Senegal, but across the world. Today, Sadio Mané is remembered as one of Africa's greatest footballers of all time, a player who rose from poverty to global stardom through discipline, sacrifice, and unwavering belief. His legacy goes beyond trophies and goals. It is defined by resilience, leadership, and a deep commitment to giving back. From the dusty streets of Bambali to the biggest stages in world football, Sadio Mané's journey stands as one of the most inspiring stories the sport has ever seen. Roberto Firmino Barbosa de Oliveira was born on October 2, 1991, in Maceió, Alagoas, a coastal city in northeastern Brazil known more for its beaches than football academies. He grew up in a poor neighborhood, raised by hardworking parents who struggled financially. As a child, Firmino helped his family by working various small jobs, including selling popsicles and cleaning cars, while playing football whenever he could. From an early age, his natural flair, technique, and creativity stood out. Even though he lacked formal training or exposure compared to young players in Brazil's major footballing cities, Firmino's professional journey began late compared to many Brazilian stars. He joined Figueirense FC as a teenager after being spotted at a local futsal tournament. Without hype or expectations, he quietly developed his game, making his professional debut in 2009. Over the next 2 seasons, he steadily improved, showing intelligence in movement, vision, and an ability to play between the lines. His performances in Brazil's top flight during the 2010-11 season caught the attention of European scouts, despite Figueirense being a modest club. In 2011, Firmino made a bold move to Europe by signing with TSG Hoffenheim in the German Bundesliga. The transition was challenging: new language, culture, and a more tactical style of football, but Firmino adapted through hard work and discipline. Initially played in midfield, he developed his pressing ability, positional awareness, and defensive work rate. By the 2013-14 season, he had become Hoffenheim's standout player, scoring goals, creating chances, and emerging as one of the Bundesliga's most underrated attacking talents. Firmino's rise in Germany led to a major transfer in 2015 when Liverpool FC signed him. At first, his role was misunderstood, and his contributions were often judged solely by goals. However, everything changed with the arrival of Jurgen Klopp, who transformed Firmino into the heart of Liverpool's attacking system. Klopp positioned him as a false nine, a role that perfectly suited Firmino's intelligence, selflessness, and technical skill. At Liverpool, Firmino became the engine that made the team work. His constant pressing, defensive tracking, link-up, play, and spatial awareness allowed teammates like Mohamed Salah and Sadio to flourish. Though not always the top scorer, Firmino was the tactical glue that held the attack together. His performances were vital in Liverpool's return to elite European football, especially in high-pressure matches against the world's best teams. Firmino played a crucial role in Liverpool's 2018-19 UEFA Champions League triumph, scoring important goals throughout the campaign and delivering selfless performances in the knockout stages. The following season, 2019-20, he helped Liverpool win their first Premier League title in 30 years, ending one of the longest waits in football history. His pressing and movement were essential to Liverpool's dominance, even when his goal-scoring numbers dipped across his Liverpool career. Firmino won nearly every major trophy available: the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, EFL Cup, UEFA Super Cup, and FIFA Club World Cup. He scored memorable goals against rivals such as Manchester City, Manchester United, Arsenal, and Tottenham, often shining in the biggest matches. By the time he left the club in 2023, he was regarded as one of the most important and unique players in Liverpool's modern history. On the international stage, Firmino represented Brazil with pride, earning over 50 caps. He was part of Brazil's squad that won the 2019 Copa America, contributing goals and teamwork in a competition dominated by defensive discipline. Though he often faced heavy competition for attacking positions in the national team, Firmino remained respected for his versatility, professionalism, and tactical intelligence. In 2023, Firmino joined Al Ahly in the Saudi Pro League, becoming one of the league's marquee signings. He was immediately appointed team captain, reflecting his leadership qualities and experience. Firmino continued to display his technical brilliance, creativity, and composure, helping raise the league's profile while adapting his game to a new footballing environment. Off the pitch, Roberto Firmino is known for his deep Christian faith, humility, and positive personality. His famous Deus Nectata symbolizes his belief that success comes through faith and gratitude, loved by teammates and fans alike. Firmino is also known for his joyful style, white-teeth smile, no-look passes, and flair, making him one of the most entertaining forwards of his generation. Today, Roberto Firmino is remembered not just for goals, but for redefining what a modern forward can be. He proved that intelligence, sacrifice, and teamwork can be just as valuable as statistics. From the streets of Macao to the peak of European football, Firmino's story is one of patience, faith, and brilliancy, a legacy that will forever be remembered by Liverpool fans and football lovers around the world. Sadio and Roberto Firmino share one of the most iconic partnerships in modern football history, defined not just by trophies, but by intelligence, sacrifice, and perfect chemistry. Although they came from completely different backgrounds, from the small village of Bambali in Senegal and Firmino from the streets of Macao in Brazil, both rose from poverty to reach the highest level of world football. Their journey shaped them into humble, hard-working players who valued teamwork over individual glory, which became the foundation of their success together. Their most significant common achievements came during their time at Liverpool FC, where they formed a core part of Jurgen Klopp's revolutionary team. Alongside Mohamed Salah, Mané and Firmino became part of the legendary attacking trio that transformed Liverpool into one of the most feared teams in Europe. What made their partnership special was balance. Mané provided explosive pace and clinical finishing, while Firmino operated as a selfless false nine, creating space, linking play, and leading the press. Together, they elevated not only each other, but the entire team. As a team, Mané and Firmino helped Liverpool win every major trophy available. They were both crucial to Liverpool's UEFA Champions League victory in 2019, contributing goals, assists, and tireless performances throughout the campaign. In the final, their movement and pressing unsettled Tottenham's defense, helping Liverpool secure their 6th European title. That same core group went on to dominate domestic football the following season. In the 2019-20 season, Mané and Firmino played key roles in ending Liverpool's 30-year wait for a Premier League title. Their understanding allowed Liverpool to overwhelm opponents with relentless pressing and fluid attacking rotations. While Mané scored crucial goals and won individual awards, Firmino sacrificed personal statistics to make the system work. Together, they embodied Klopp's philosophy of collective success over individual praise. Beyond the Premier League and Champions League, Mané and Firmino also helped Liverpool lift the FIFA Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup, FA Cup, and EFL Cup. These trophies completed Liverpool's modern-era collection and cemented the duo's legacy as serial winners. They delivered in finals, big league matches, and crucial knockout games, consistently stepping up when the pressure was highest. What Mané and Firmino truly had in common was their selflessness. Neither player demanded to be the star. Instead, they worked tirelessly for the team. Firmino's pressing and defensive tracking allowed Mané to attack space freely, while Mané's runs behind defenses created room for Firmino to operate between the lines. Their understanding was so natural that it often looked effortless, yet it was built on years of trust and repetition. Another major similarity between the two is their impact beyond statistics. While goals and assists tell part of the story, their true value lay in how they transformed Liverpool's playing style. They turned Liverpool into a pressing machine, forcing mistakes, creating chaos, and dominating games without always needing possession. Their work rate set the standard for the entire squad. Both Mané and Firmino also became leaders by example within the dressing room. Neither was the loudest voice, but both led through professionalism, consistency, and humility. Younger players looked up to them, and fans admired them not just for what they won, but for how they played the game. Their mutual respect and friendship off the pitch translated directly into chemistry on it. On the international stage, both players brought pride to their nations. Mané led Senegal to their first-ever Africa Cup of Nations title, while Firmino helped Brazil win the 2019 Copa America. These achievements reinforce their shared reputation as players who deliver on the biggest stages, not just for clubs, but for their countries as well. Ultimately, what Sadio Mané and Roberto Firmino achieved together goes beyond trophies. They redefine modern attacking partnerships, proving that intelligence, sacrifice, and unity can overpower even the most talented individual defenders. Their legacy at Liverpool is one of dominance, humility, and unforgettable football, a standard that future generations will struggle to match. As the years pass and football continues to evolve, new stars will rise, records will be broken, and new partnerships will capture the world's attention. But some duos are timeless, remembered not just for what they won, but for how they made people feel. Sadio Mané and Roberto Firmino belong firmly in that category. Their impact goes far beyond statistics and highlight reels. It lives in memories, emotions, and the identity of a team that once ruled Europe and England. Together, they lifted every major trophy, conquered the biggest stages, and delivered when it mattered most. But perhaps their greatest achievement was changing the way football is understood. They proved that sacrifice is strength, that teamwork creates legends, and that greatness does not always come from being the loudest or most selfish player on the pitch. They showed that success is sweeter when it is shared. Long after the final whistle of their partnership, fans will remember the pressing, the movement, the unspoken understanding between them. They will remember the nights at Anfield, the roar of the crowd, and the moments when everything clicked perfectly. Mané and Firmino did not just play football, they represented values, humility, resilience, and loyalty to the badge. So as we look back at their journey, one thing is clear. This was more than a duo, this was a legacy. And no matter where football goes next, the story of Sadio Mané and Roberto Firmino will forever remain etched in the history of the beautiful game. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because football history deserves to be remembered. Legends like these deserve to live on forever.